Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, grateful recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day, guys. How is everybody? Hope you all doing well, guys. Please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment anytime you'd like, and by all means, share with anybody you think might be able to get something from the video. That's literally why we're doing this stuff, right? Hey, guys. All right. Yeah. Hey, happy Friday, everybody. I hope you all had a great day. I had a fantastic day. Told you all I was going to a concert last night, so I recorded a little early yesterday, and you know, guys. It was literally the first time I'd been out socially in a little over 2 years. I'm not even exactly sure. It might even be closer to 3 years. Literally just one night out doing anything, just for leisure, and that's insane, right? So I went and saw a Jimi Hendrix called the Jimmy Experience. It's a whole bunch of different musicians doing tributes to Jimi Hendrix, including Kenny Wayne Shepherd, who I kind of heard the name, wasn't familiar with him, but guys, what an amazing time! I'm so happy I went. Yeah, it was a very small venue, but these musicians, yeah, I mean, of course, anybody doing Jimi Hendrix has got to be one hell of a guitarist, right? And there was like a whole bunch of different, absolutely amazing guitarists. So glad I had a good time. And I tell you guys all the time to chase joy, right? And literally that woke me up. I'm like, I'm really ready to start enjoying life again and getting myself out there more. And it makes perfect sense because literally everything else I'm doing in my life is leading right there. Like I'm literally the best version of me that's ever been. And I'm getting I'm getting proof of that in daily. I think it was actually after I recorded my video. I might have mentioned yesterday. I'm not even 100% sure, but I'm going to reiterate again, guys, because you know what? I was at my noontime a meeting today, and we are all doing this a round robin style, so everybody's talking, and I'm like, if I'm looking for signs from the universe and from God that what I'm doing is favorable in His eyes, all I got to do is look. And this week alone, between the pickup truck that I was just given for the $5,000, that's worth like 45, and the fact that I don't know if I said it yesterday or not, but I got confirmation that I was accepted by that government agency with the help with the rent. That right there is basically a $46,000 bonus I got this week. I mean, a $45,000 truck I'm paying $5,000 for. I'm not even coming out of pocket for that, and then $6,000 towards rent that I'm now ahead. I was already caught up. I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about paying rent until July. And obviously, I keep putting money towards it every week anyway. So by the time that comes along, I'll be hopefully in October, December at that point, and I'll keep going and so on and so forth. And that's such a incredibly positive feeling for somebody who was literally dodging phone calls because I was terrified it's going to be the landlord asking me where my money was, and I was getting those. I'd have to answer him, but I was getting those things daily for like months. Before I went into rehab because I was so far behind, and he was trying to get me to just work it off, but I was too fucked up and too busy running around, and yeah, oh my God, I couldn't even keep up with it then. He was giving me every opportunity, right? And now he's giving me his pride and joy for a pittance. It's a joke, just so I can give him something for it. And that truck is gorgeous, guys. Like I love my life today, guys. I really do. And it's not because of these things. It's because of the person that I'm showing up as. It's because I'm literally being that best version of me possible, and I'm taking action, and I'm following through, and I'm literally challenging myself to this channel. This channel is everything to me, guys. I have another dentist appointment on Tuesday. I'm so excited to have, soon I'll have a mouthful of teeth, and I'll be able to smile more, and I'll be able to talk more properly, and I'll just feel that much. And I feel great about who I am right now, guys. I feel so much. I feel so much healthier. My mind is like literally. I was afraid my mind wasn't going to come back. I feel so sharp. So encouraged by the online exams I've been taking, and the fact that I'm doing, like better than just about anybody there. And I'm talking about kids that are in their 20s taking these tests, and I'm finishing the test in 8 minutes and get 100%. I mean, it's amazing to me. Like my God is rewarding me in every way, shape, or form. He's restoring me. My body's being restored. My life is being resurrected. Like literally, guys. I mean, I don't say these things to exaggerate. I'm saying them to tell you the absolute truth, and I don't say it to brag. I say it to encourage you to do the same. It's literally and I give you all these different things, but it's literally the culmination of everything that I'm doing that is giving me all the results that I'm getting. And it starts with God. I'm not capable of doing, and again, that's so funny to me, guys, because I was literally I like to say, like, what is, I didn't put any effort into my faith. Like, I always like to say, though, I was never, I can't, I used to say at one point that I was a non-believer, and I can't even, like, I look back at that, it's actually part of the topic I was talking about earlier today. I used to say that I was, and yet at the same time, it was certain things I wouldn't do. I wouldn't pray when I knew I was doing wrong and I wasn't trying to do the right thing. It's like, well, if I didn't, if I didn't believe, then why would I have a problem praying if it wasn't from the heart and I knew I was kind of bullshitting? Like, there were certain things I just wouldn't do, and I look back on that and I'm like, well, it's because I believed. And in the back of my head, I had the belief. I just wasn't willing to act upon it. And that's everything today, guys, is I act upon things. I literally have come to understand, this is what I'm telling you guys. Everything you need to make your life unbelievable is within you. You just got to decide that you want it bad enough and that you're willing to take action. And the more action you take, and then the more you get out of your way and help other people. So it's a combination, really. The more action you take is going to make improvements in your life. The more you give to other people, the more you give reverence to God, the more you praise your higher power, the more you act in faith and understand that you're just one small cog in the big machine of life. Excuse me, I just had dinner. Yeah, the more you get out of yourself and you literally want to, from your heart, to make an impact everywhere you go and want to make a difference in the world and believe that you can, and then bring that healed person out. And again, it's not like I have all the answers, guys. I'm learning these things as I go, but I'm so incredibly encouraged. I was talking with my therapist. Friday's my AA meeting and my therapy, and I went and actually did a job up in Lawrence this morning, and like, I'm finding that I'm like, I used to have no time for anything because all I did was work and drugs. Now I'm finding this beautiful balance, and I'm keeping control. Like, I'm standing in my power. I'm keeping control. I'm literally able to take opportunities that are coming my way, decide whether or not where they fit into the scheme of things in my life, and put the ones that are better for me at the forefront. And I'm able to rearrange my entire life around opportunities that come, because literally I'm not getting myself jammed to the wall like I was before, and I'm not afraid to tell somebody that, no, I can't do it. There's something more important to me that I got to take care of. And literally, that's literally what it comes down to. And I'm being of service to anybody I can in any way, shape, or form, and yet at the same time, I can only pour from a full cup. So I'm filling my cup up first, and if I got to rearrange things, and I'm not cutting anybody out that doesn't deserve to be cut out, but I'm saying I'm not afraid to call back and say, hey, listen, this is what I can do. I can't, let's compromise. Let's meet somewhere in the middle. I got to reschedule. And that's the difference today, guys. Like, when things come up and I can't make it to somewhere, I just call and reschedule. Where before I'd like, oh, no, I'm not going to. So I'd end up feeling all guilty, and I'd end up blowing it off and then not making a phone call and then not calling the next day and then losing a customer, losing a job. And today I just call them up and explain, hey, listen, I get held up. The work that I do is not, I allotted 45 minutes to do this, so it's going to take 45 minutes, and that's all there is to it. No, you don't know what you're going to go. I try and estimate, but then if I get there and somebody told me something different, or there's more problems I'm not aware of, sometimes it takes 2-3 times longer. So what I do is I just call and first of all, I'm not overbooking, so it's usually not that big a deal. I can usually still make time out of the day because I'm not overbooking my day like I would before. But in the end, there's always, like, I do work for a neighbor of mine who's got property in Lawrence, and it's about a 45-minute ride with no traffic. And it turned out that I couldn't make it there 2 days ago. I couldn't make it there yesterday. I made it there this morning. But again, because I don't schedule a lot on Friday, so it leaves me room for that overflow, and then I don't want to interrupt with my noontime meeting or my therapist appointment, so I shut out there early this morning, and I let myself plenty of time, and I was able to get that job done and get back in plenty of time for my meeting. And I love it. Like, that is the most uplifting meeting. Like, literally, it's gotten to the point, guys, now it's like on Fridays, it's pretty well packed. There's probably 20 plus 25 people there. Not a big meeting by any means. There's some AA meetings in the area that are 200-300 people. But it's a good solid 20-25 people, and I know 18 of them by first name basis, and 15, 17 of them give me a hug and we're talking on a personal basis after just a couple short months of going there. And the beauty of it, guys, is they generally are excited to see me because I bring a positivity and a happiness with me, and I speak from the heart, and I tell these guys, and literally it uplifts people. There's people there that I got 20 plus years sobriety that pull me aside and they're like, man, I didn't do it like you did. And I tell them, It's not me, it's God. I'm literally being blessed like this because, guys, I knew a level of suffering that very few people will ever know. I didn't let it harden my heart. It gave me a compassion, right? And then now that I'm actually finding a little bit of success, just a little bit of peace, I'm so enjoying that because I made a choice to be happy in my misery. So I was finding joy in hell. And now I'm just living walking a blessed life, and I'm over the fucking moon, and I want to share it with people, guys. And I'm telling you, the biggest thing you got to take out of my message and everything together is give reference and give faith. Lean into your faith. Have a one-on-one relationship with the higher power, God. And two, you can do it, but you got to take action. And it doesn't matter, guys. Like everybody's path is going to be different. What matters to me isn't going to be matter to you. But you are going to find, if you want supernatural blessings in your life, find a way to give back. And it can be it can be something, you make it something that matters, like that you enjoy. Find something that you're passionate about, and then find a way to be of service to people in some capacity or another in that thing that you enjoy anyway. And now it's not even like work, you know what I mean? It's not a big deal to go help because you go and have a good time doing it. And if you can find love and find compassion and want to make the world a better place, and you're going to find a way to be able to do this and something you're passionate about, which is what I'm passionate about, like between this channel, my YouTube channel, my TikTok channel. I love it because literally I'm getting feedback that it's making a difference, and people look forward to it, and people that necessarily don't have have a lot of happiness right now are finding joy, and that to me that's everything. I'm building a community, like I'm connecting with people that have similar paths and no struggle, like I've known struggle, and I'm encouraging them and hopefully uplifting them, and that's everything to me. Like I'll keep doing this the rest of my life for just that reason alone, and I absolutely love it. But more than that, guys, like forcing myself to face my fears and get on camera here and record myself and get used to seeing myself on camera and speaking with no teeth and with all my deficiencies and all my insecurities is literally making me a more confident, radiant person in the world. And I'm getting like it's literally everywhere I go, I'm standing out, and it's like all these things that I used to look at myself as shortcomings. People are amazed. Like I get pulled aside constantly. Like, hey, you're very inspiring, and like people tell me that I inspire them to want to do better. And like, guys, if you're feeling low about yourself, do these things. Because I tell you what, there's no faster way to feel good about yourself than inspiring other people and getting that feedback. I mean, I hate to say it, but I do it because I enjoy it for myself. But then what the added bonus of it is I didn't realize how much I appreciated, because I do. I literally structure myself to like the two relationships that matter to me and God. But I mean, as much as I'm confident and secure in that, and then that's all I rely on to fill my cup, to give me my self-worth. When random people pull you aside and tell you that they find you inspiring and you make them want to do better, and they want to know more about you, and like you can't help but feel good, guys. I don't do it for those reasons, but when those reasons come to me, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it doesn't make me feel amazing. And that's the thing. I'm walking around with an ear-to-ear grin 24/7 because I'm doing this constantly, and I'm hearing back from it constantly. My my landlord slash number one customer, really. I mean, he's so many different things because he is proud of who I am and what I've done for him over the years and the person I've come back to be. I'm back to being like when I first met this guy, I was sober. And he raved when he found me. He literally, like everybody I meet, like, oh my God, you're Doug's golden boy. Like you're the one he thinks just the world. Like you can't know no wrong. And it's right. I literally, and I took that, and I took that as the only self-worth I had. But I, made it into a 100-hour-a-week career. But I started doing drugs again, guys, and I pissed it all away. Fortunately, he's got a kind heart. He's letting me make up for it. Now I'm back to golden boy status, and he's literally restructuring his whole business so that I can subcontract most of the work, because he's technically retired. We're not doing as many projects as we used to. But literally, he's letting the kid that replaced me go, and he's going to subcontract half of the work back to me and half to another company. And we're up to our two strengths are stuff that I don't do, this other guy's going to do, and everything that I do, I'm going to get to do for him now. And again, it's like all these opportunities that my business is just starting to grow, and that's why I'm not like overbooking myself, because I'm leaving room to take care of the stuff that matters to me. And the beauty of Doug is he knows my whole story, and he knows about my YouTube channel, and he calls it the podcast, and he knows it's important to me, right? And as he finds stuff for me to do, he makes sure he leaves room for that, because he knows how important it is for me to have balance, because he knows how I get when I get out of balance. And I'll go yeah, work, and all of a sudden I overdo it and I'm medicating myself. And again, I would, no matter what, I will not let that happen, right? I'm finding relationships in my life today that matter. I'm starting to build relationships that matter, and I'm only allowing relationships that matter into my life. And again, anybody from my past is welcome to come and join me and collaborate, just as long as you're doing the right thing and you're not showing up to take and drive me, back down, right? Because for some reason misery loves company, and some people want to bring you backwards, and but the vast majority want to see me, propel forward, and a lot of those that would like to take me backwards have come to see at this point that they don't have a fucking leg to stand on. Because one thing about it, guys, I chose to be a soft, compassionate, caring person. I can be hard. Don't get me wrong, guys. Don't think for a minute. And that's what people that's what people have to understand. I've walked hell. Like literally, I've got like 7 years total in prison. I've roomed with like with murders. And I don't say it to be a badass, but I'm telling you, like I can hold my own in any room in anywhere on this planet. So nobody can, just because I choose to be nice and kind and compassionate, people know better than and I'll warn them, don't cross that line. If you push me to the point that the mean guy has to come out, then you've earned it. Because literally, guys, I got the longest wick in the world. But at the same time, people also know, and they see that coming when they push too far. Because I'll tell you very kindly and compassionately, but again, if you keep crossing, then I'll eventually just cut you off, because tell you, listen, the next step is I'm going to get ugly, and I refuse to be that person. That's the other thing, guys. I have so many tools at my disposal. There's no chance of that happening, because it doesn't have to at this point, because nobody will get that way. I mean, short of some idiot pulling a gun on me on the street trying to rob me, and literally I'll take the gun from him and shove it up his ass before I give him a dollar. But that's the person I am, and I'll take a bullet over stupidity. But I'm not perfect, guys. You know what I mean? I still have that little bit of and it's more about teaching them a lesson than anything else as well. But my point being is, guys, I choose to be this kind, compassionate person. That's who I choose to bring. And it takes people by surprise, because I have a reputation as being kind of a hard biker, in and out of prison tough guy. And I can play that role, and I always had that card in my pocket, but I choose to be kind and compassionate and show love, because it's more powerful, and it's the person that I really am. And that's the biggest thing, guys. And being in alignment, I find that's my true nature, and that's what I bring forth, and that's why I'm living a blessing. Because I don't choose to portray. I have that character for when necessary, when protection is needed, protection is available. But I don't need that today, and I choose to put that person to bed, and I have until someone forces my hand and brings it out. But I'm able to disarm situations before it gets. I don't know how we get on that topic, but anyway, I'm able to play the characters that are necessary in any room, in any walk of life. And the beauty of it is, hey, I get to choose which ones I get to play. And today I get to play the God-loving, compassionate, kind person that I am, and I love this person. Guys, every one of you can do the same, and I urge you to, guys, just find your path, find your faith, find your soul's divine purpose, and live it and watch your life thrive. I mean, guys, I'm being blessed beyond my wildest dreams, and it's just beginning. This is just the beginning of the climb, and I can't wait to see where it takes me. And that's the beauty of it today, guys. I legitimately look forward to every day, because I don't let anything, even the things that I'm not looking forward to, I'm able to find a lesson in and find out, well, how did I get here? What can I take out of being here? And then what steps can I make sure I don't come back there? It's called living intentionally, guys, and living intentionally is the most powerful thing you can possibly do. Especially when you're coming from the shit show that I'm coming from, and now doing it today, and I'm becoming a master at it pretty quickly, and I'm goddamn proud of myself for it. Guys, remember, God loves you. I love you. Seriously, you people are becoming my family. Thank you so very much for being here with me and sharing your time with me and honoring me with your presence. And we'll see you in the next one. God loves you. I love you. Be safe. Do well. Take action. Be good. And a million other things you'll hear me say in the next couple of days. All right? Love you guys. Bye.